Hello, everybody. Look who it is. I'm already back. I just wanted to produce this video really quickly to show you just a couple things. I guess the other day when I had mentioned that the word expert kind of really freaks me out, I think this is proof as to why. This brooch came from an antique show down in Canton, Ohio. It considered Stark County. I bought this in 2009, and I bought it from an expert. She had claimed to be a jewelry expert, someone who was very revered in the business and very, very smart. But why I say be careful with the term expert is sometimes it can get the best of you. So that's why I refrain from using the word that I'm a jewelry expert or that I like to see other people basically saying they're an expert and then making a mistake like this. So basically what you're looking at is you're looking at solid 14 karat gold and you're looking at a beautiful 13.59 karat beautiful, beautiful. Let me move the box out of the way. A beautiful amethyst, a genuine amethyst gemstone. And then surrounding it, you're seeing the most beautiful blue, icy blue, iridescent, fantastic, genuine blue zircon. The dazzle and the sparkle from those stones. Just look at how the light dances, not only across the surface, but right through the stone and then directly right back out to the viewer. So this brooch is from the 1940s. And it is not signed and not hallmarked, but you can tell by the solder seams and the construction that this is solid gold. You might think that it's a lower gold based on that oxidation and the coloration inside where that bale was soldered into, but that was a later addition. This right here was just a later addition, and I think that's maybe why she went astray with not knowing that this wasn't costume. She had it priced for $40, and because she's not necessarily a fan of mine, we come from different places, spiritually, I will say. No judgment, we're just different people. She had this priced for $40, and I couldn't get it in my basket fast enough. So I always say, kind of shop your competition as well. When someone inflates themselves to be an expert, I've covered that before, but I will say that the definition loosely of an expert is the person with the most knowledge in a given room. So let's say you're in an environment and you have someone who's collected Viking glass for 40 years. They would be the Viking glass expert. If you had someone who was a novice, so they would be an expert. But if you had someone who worked at Viking or collected Viking for 60 years, that person would then be the expert. So it elevates quickly, and the word expert sometimes really bothers me. I was asked if I would be labeled as an expert, when I started in my current position, and I said most certainly not. I want to be called an advisor or a curator, and I'm so glad that I did that because I just have a tough time with human words. And there's no judgment coming from me, but if you're going to say you're an expert, you cannot make a mistake like this. So the brooch was $40. And let me grab, by the way, I wanted to show this as well. This was on the cover. Let's see if I can get it in the screen. There we go. My brooch was on the cover of Rock and Gem magazine. Let me zoom out a little bit. So it was on the cover of Rock and Gem magazine in May of 2012. And I had co-authored an article in this magazine. It's a national magazine, Rock and Gem, and it's a phenomenal magazine. And me and Jim Perkins wrote an article, and there is this brooch that I own on the cover of Rock and Gem magazine in 2012. So if you'd like to, this is a fantastic read. And I forget what page I was on in here. I guess I could take a quick peek. Oh, here, there was like a big, huge spread, and there it is, story by Jim Perkins with Jason Adams, and there is the brooch as I squeeze this into the frame and squeeze this into my box. But it had other pieces out of my collection that will be, there's a garnet piece out of my collection, but it was based on the history of jewelry, gemstones, metal. The article is fantastic. I'll bring this back to a later video, but I just wanted to show that as I totally knock this out of the frame, I just wanted to show that was in a publication about the history of jewelry and gemstone identification. And then I guess I blocked out some of this information, but the reason why I did this is this was appraised, and it is there's all the information: 13.59 carat amethyst with beautiful color saturation. And then the zircons, I believe it was, let's see here, what's the total? The total carat weight, I don't think that we had a total carat weight on that. Maybe we did at some point. I thought we did. I thought we had a breakdown of the carat weight of the zircons, but fantastic. And then there was the appraised value, 2350, back in 2010. So a very long time ago. But this brooch is from the 1940s. Where did it go? There it is. This brooch is from the Whoops, I can't show the cover of that. Sorry, that has my address on it. So there is the goodness of this brooch. And again, now, buying it for 40 and current evaluation in 2024, because it's retro 40s and very, very heavy in gold. I think it was 20 something grams. It was on the appraisal, and now that's across the room. It's very expensive in its gold weight. Very, very thick, very heavy. And gold in 2010 isn't where it's at right now. So intrinsically, this is probably worth, oh boy, I would say $1,200 to $1,500 easy. I think on the open market, if you were to go to a vintage jewelry store, this would be in the vicinity of, I'm gonna say loosely, about $3,500 to $3,800. But to put this back together today, you would be paying a contemporary jeweler at least double that to put this back together, based on the zircon, the amethyst quality, and the weight of the gold to redesign this. But look at the scrolls, and I love how compact the design was. Very large, very dynamic, very graceful curves and scrolls in a retro bow style. And again, being from the 40s, it looks 40s, but it also looks very contemporary by today's standards. So I loved this brooch, and I just brought it on as like further proof. Just be careful. If you call yourself an expert, just be really cautious and really careful when you do so. And if it's only to promote the sale of your items, I tell customers and consumers, be smart. Don't take the word of someone that they are the expert or they're the end of the road. Do your own personal research and make sure that you're getting as much information as you possibly can, because it can lead to mistakes in the other way. You can have a quote expert telling you this, and this, and it may not necessarily be true. So just be very, very careful when you're consuming vintage jewelry. Do your personal research and your own due diligence and your own homework. And you'll be very happy that you have done so. So that's going to close down this video today. I just wanted to bring that on. And again, look at the construction of things. Look at how well made that is. Look at the construction. Everything is so carefully soldered together. And you would know by that construction that that is not plated. And even though it doesn't have a single gold hallmark on it, you would know that that's solid gold. Now, could this be a famous designer? Most certainly it could be. I don't want to get into specifics, but it was once thought of that there were many pieces like this that would be part of a suite by famous designers like Van Cleef and Arpels. Is this? No, I don't think so. But could it potentially be? It most certainly could be. The ring, the earrings, or the necklace could have been signed, and then the brooch may not have been marked. So there had been sets made, and not every single piece is ever not fully hallmarked. So just be careful when you look at such things, but the beauty and the resilience of design, absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm not sure exactly when this will post, but you know how I end this. I absolutely love you, because I do.